Hi, my name is Steve with Therapeutic Exercise with Steve. In this video, I'm going to show you some exercise to alleviate your neck pain. So I use two small balls, rubber balls, made by Tune Up Fitness, and I will put the link below how you can get it in Amazon. And this is great because there's some give. It's not as soft as a tennis ball, and as you can see, there's a give, but it's hard enough. But as you use it more often, it's gonna be more more give. So it has a pouch to make the two connect, and then I use a yoga block by Jade Yoga. It's a cork yoga block. Why cork? Because cork, it's more hygienic, and Jade, they all use natural stuff. I also want to put the link below, and so I'll put the yoga block in this position, and put the block here. And sometimes we have migraine or neck pain, and it all starts in our occipital, or the base of our neck. And I'm gonna put the ball on the just below the base of my neck, where my trapezius connects. The traps is like a diamond shape in our mid back, and it connects all the way at the top of at the base of your neck. Then I'm gonna lower my chin, lift my chin, so it's kind of kneading in that part of my neck to take out some knots. And I'll do this for 1 to 2 minutes, and actually it feels good, but if there's any tension there, you might feel some kind of tender spots, and just breathe through it. So the breathing helps because you stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system and it relaxes the muscle. So I suggest you breathe, just not forced breathing, but gentle breath, inhaling with your nose, exhaling with your mouth, and do this for a minute or two. Another variation is you turn your head to one side and just roll it up and down, lift your chin, lower your chin, and just focus on that one side of your neck that's tender, or the left side. You're just rolling up and down. Okay. Then I progress to by taking out the ball, putting it under my traps. Then I slowly lift my hips to a bridge. Then I slowly bring my arms. Now I feel it. Oh, yeah, that's one. Yeah. Then breathe. You could either just hold it for sustained pressure for 1 to 2 minutes. You could. This is more intense if you bring your arms overhead, or you could just keep your arms by your side, or if you're about to cramp in your hamstring, you could put a block to put your hips down, so it's less effort, and you could relax more, and so you could just focus on the breath. So you feel that working on your traps and pressing on those tender spots. Inhale, then exhale. These are some parts of our body that's hard to get to on our own, that these balls are fantastic because it can, press it for you. If your wife or boyfriend or girlfriend doesn't want to do it, you have the balls to do it for you. So, and just move if you want to torture more. You could do some movement-based shearing on it, and you will feel that tension all the way up here in your occipital because it's all connected. I'll move this ball somewhere between my shoulder blades, not on the bone but between it, and I hug my torso and just kind of roll side to side. And if this is unbearable, you could do it by the wall, and that's an easier way of doing this. And sometimes we think, neck pain is not just exactly on the neck, and I always think of what's below the neck, which is our shoulders, or maybe there's some knots there that's not letting you move. Lastly, I'll put the ball somewhere in my paraspinal. I'll start here, and I'm gonna elevate my hips. Then I'm gonna roll that ball down my spine inch by inch. So if you find a spot that's tender, which is there, and just stay there. If you want to do some movement base by putting more pressure on one side or the other, just add some rotation. And probably after a minute it will subside, like between 15 to 30%, and you start moving down again. Move that ball down and find another spot that's tender. If these small balls are too hard for you, you could get the medium ball or the bigger balls. The bigger the base of the surface, the easier it is. But this one is more intense. It kind of digs deeper. Then you might find some relief. That means you're past the tender spot that's supposed to be worked on. So that means it's time to stop. But this is great if you want to increase your mobility in your thoracic outlet, your thoracic spine. You have limitation in doing extension and rotation. This is a great tool because those muscles cannot be activated just like your quads or your butt. It has to be activated a different way. Those are stabilizer muscles, and sometimes they're bracing because some of your small muscles are not working, so they're bracing, or you're just trying to break up some of the connective tissue, the fascia that's kind of stuck together because you haven't moved all day long, sitting in the office or driving all day or sitting in a plane. And this is perfect to clean up that and restore your mobility. And don't forget to breathe. And sometimes when it's painful, you hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Remember to breathe. And those three are some exercises you could do to alleviate your neck pain. See you next time.